welcome back to my opera channel, where, we talk about opera, because that's what we do here. My name is Avi, and I am currently studying to be an opera singer, and soon, we'll be in the real world. It's getting closer and closer every day, so exciting. One thing that I always say is very, very important for opera singers to do and students to do is to go to the theater as much as possible. And there are so many schemes that, especially if you're living in London, I know that there are a lot of schemes for you to go and get inexpensive tickets to go see the opera. And if you would like to know more about them, I made a whole podcast together with my podcast partner, Ashley. More so than that, use the opportunities that you have if you are in a big city or around to go to the opera, and don't be afraid of being alone at the opera, which is why I have put this together. Now, I've tried to film this as a vlog, but just get too self-conscious all the time and end up running into people I know, and then I get really self-conscious about vlogging. So here are some tips for you to get confident at going to the theater on your own, because you should. Number 1, buy a ticket. It's what you really need to do first, just because in order to get to the opera, you really need to have the ticket in your hand. So buy a ticket. As long as you have the ticket, you have to go. Because buying it and never going, that's a waste of money. We don't do that. We don't waste. Number 2, walk to the theater, actually. This is also a great way to kind of discover the city a little bit and know where you are, and not always just tube and then school and then tube and then tube and then school, and then, you're kind of stuck in that cycle. So, yeah. Also, I just really love these small streets, and this is the only place where I'm fully confident in vlogging because I have the whole street to myself. You get your step count up, and you get to see the sights, and and then you get there, and you're kind of like, I'm ready to sit down, and I don't really care if people are going to talk to me or not. Tip number 3, bring 2 bags with you, because what you want to do is you want to check your coat once you get there. You don't want to be the one hunking around like a jacket and a bag, and just don't do it. Instead, bring 2 bags, bring a tote bag and bring your backpack, so that way you can keep all the things you don't need checked, and then you have a small bag for, the things you might want, which brings me to our next tip, which is bring a book. Yes, nothing is more awkward than sitting on your phone trying to think of something to do, in my opinion. I think if you have a book, then you, 1, don't seem like that millennial who only is on their phone and doesn't really know what's going on around them, which drives me crazy because I could be reading a book on my phone, or I could be reading the news, or I can be making social change. Who knows? The phone has more in it than just Instagram. Or I can also be learning my lines. Who knows? Who knows? But don't judge a book by its cover. But bring a book. It gives you a reason to be looking at a book, and it gives you something to do also during the intermissions if you don't feel confident enough to go and walk around and look like a loner like I have done in the past. But yeah. Next tip. Bring some snacks so that you can save your money in order to get a drink. And if you don't drink alcohol, that's still fine. Get a cup of tea. But I would recommend you do get something or bring a drink with you. That way you just kind of blend into the rest of the atmosphere around you, because everyone's going to be like having a drink or talking to someone. Another tip I have, and I have this when it comes to everything, talk to the people next to you. I am pretty sure some of those people don't know anyone else there either, or they might just be very friendly, or they might be tourists, and sometimes if they're mature audiences, they'll be very happy to see that a young person's at the opera, and if you say to them why you like the opera or talk about what you just saw, it usually inspires really fun conversation. And talk to strangers. Don't go home with them, but you can have a chit chat. You never know who you might be sitting next to either. You might become your best friends. I mean, who knows? Now, intervals are difficult. Some operas have more than one, some operas don't have any. But if you do have an interval or an intermission or a break, whatever you want to call it, I would recommend also discovering the building that it's in, because it's fun. It's fun to learn. And then in a lot of opera houses, they'll have artwork, and it's kind of like going to a museum, but with opera being the main theme. So I would recommend doing that. And yes. Do you have any more tips? Always try to know a bit about the opera that you're going to. Maybe make a ritual for yourself. For every time you go, you have to do one new thing. Or you have to do the same thing every time. So at least you have like a structure in your head of what you're going to be doing. So for instance, I always take a picture of my ticket. I have been forgetting to post them and kind of share what I went to see. And that can be a thing. If you do it too, that would be great. Use the hashtag Diva studies and actually join me in that whole thing of taking pictures of my tickets and sharing with people that I'm actually at the opera. If you've been enjoying any of my videos, which thank you very much, by the way, for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers, still can't believe it. I'm trying to plan out a video to mark that very special occasion, but haven't quite figured out what to do. I'm also getting to 100 videos, so if you have any ideas of what I should do for 1,000 subscribers and 100 videos, please leave them in the comments box below. In addition, please check out my Soundcrowd. It's kind of like Patreon, so you can get a tier and you can get special cool things for helping me make this content work, starting from £1 to other things. You have to go check it out. But please check it out and share it with other people so they can figure it out too. Yes. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. And I do hope you go to the opera too and be confident, even if you're going alone. You're going to enjoy it. Yeah, in the meantime, have a great week. I will see you next week in a new video, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when I make a new video, which is every single Monday. And yeah, in the meantime, have a great week. Drink lots and lots of tea, and go see an opera, whether it's alone or with millions of other people. I mean, it's usually with 1,000 other people who are also there, so you're really not alone. Just have fun. See you next week. Bye-bye.